Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to Yoga with Paige if you're new here, or welcome back if you've practiced with me before. Today's class is all about the butt. The piriformis muscle runs deep in the buttocks. It is right on top actually of the sciatic nerve. A lot of people have some troubles with this, and by request, we have a class for you to stretch out the piriformis, kind of get deep in there. It's a muscle that sometimes can be hard to locate, so we will be working through that area, hopefully relieving some tension. I would love to know how this video goes for you guys. Please let me know down below in the comments if you have pain and you felt some relief, or maybe some things that didn't feel good to you. I would love to know. If you would like to have a block, you're welcome to have one handy for poses like pigeon. I'm not going to use one. And if you have resistance bands, we can use that for one of our exercises as well. So if you want to grab those and your mat, we can get started. Starting today on our backs, so we can gently make our way there. We're gonna have the left foot on the mat, taking the right ankle, crossing it over the left knee, hanging out here first, seeing how this feels, just gently opening the hip, maybe using our hand to help us here. And if this feels okay, we're gonna take the hands, interlace them behind the left thigh and pull the legs into the chest. Really feeling it deep in the glute, starting to just open up those muscles, warm them up. Remembering to breathe in nice and deep throughout this practice. Things may feel a little bit uncomfortable, but if there is any pain at any time, please take a step back. We can always rest, we listen to our body. And gently exhale to release, switching sides, crossing the left knee over the right. This is a healing practice, can also be used as preventative care, a deep stretch for the glutes. So we want to make sure that we're not pushing ourselves too far and causing further injury or injury in general. That's not the goal of our practice here. Taking the legs into the chest if we haven't already. Just feeling this deep stretch. Exhale to gently release. We're going to uncross the legs, come up onto our elbows, turning onto the right side. Our forearm is down on the mat, our legs are bent, feet are together. We're gonna do a few little exercises. We should feel it up in here. This is where we can use a resistance band if we would like for this one or the next exercise. We don't have to. So we're just gonna open the legs. Nice and slow, do 15 of these, 2, 3, really focusing on this area. 4, put all of your awareness there, all of your healing, loving thoughts. 5, 6, 7, maybe we place a hand here just to remind ourselves. 8, these will get a little tough, maybe we're already feeling a little bit of a burn. 9, 10, 11, 12, you got this. 13, 14, and 15. Now we extend the legs and do it again. So we want to make sure that we're on our side here, not on the back. And we're not going to lift our leg too far. That's where the resistance bands will help. They won't let you go too far. Otherwise, we're tapping into these muscles here, not back here. So again, 1. We can use our hand if we like some stability. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You feel yourself getting stronger. 8, 9, you're almost there. 10, 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We can roll onto our back, sit up, and take that left leg, cross it over the right for a little twist. Wrap that right arm around your knee, give yourself a little hug. Pull the knee as much as feels good into the chest. So you can really feel that stretch in the glute back here. Flexing that foot, sitting up nice and tall, taking the left arm behind, finding our twist. Breathing nice and deep. Enjoying the release. Taking 2 more breaths in this pose. Squeeze it a little bit tighter if we can. 1 more big inhale. And exhale, gently release. Maybe we shake out the legs a little. We can turn onto the other side. I'm gonna switch around so I'm facing you. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we stack the feet. Find our positioning first. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thinking of the glutes. 9, 10, 11, 12. You can count with me. 13, 14. There we go. And 15. And extend. All right, 15 more, and then we're done with these. These are a great exercise though. 1. If you want to do more of these on your own, 2, I highly recommend, or maybe redoing this video. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more, you got this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 1 more, 15, yeah. And we find our twist. These twists should feel amazing right now. Pointing the toes up to the ceiling, wrapping that left arm around the knee, giving yourself a little hug. We're here for some self-care. You're here because you love yourself. You're taking great care of yourself. Deep breaths. Feeling this in the right glute. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. One more breath. We can gently release, come back to center. We're gonna scoot to the side of the mat and take some windshield wipers. So just dropping the knees from side to side. We can create a little bit of space between the feet. So we really feel the hip mobility here. It's okay if our knees don't drop all the way. Here we go. Evening out. And then letting both of the knees drop to the right side. Sitting up, we're coming into deer pose. So we want our hips 90. Sitting up nice and tall. If this is where we stay, you can feel this in the outer glute here. This is perfectly fine. If this is where we feel it, we breathe here. If we want to go a little bit further, if we can fold forward, over that front leg. Paying special attention to the butt area. Breathing nice and deep. Always coming back up if it's too much. This is still a great stretch. Maybe we can take the arms behind us, a little bit of a twist. Still sinking the pelvis into the mat. And gently, wherever we are, whatever variation, we can release, come back up. We can take a few little windshield wipers to kind of balance it back out. And then we take the knees to the left side. Moving with care. Making sure to find our position here first. Staying wherever feels good to you, listening to your own body. Maybe finding a little different variation that feels better for you. This is the time to check in, get to know yourself. Tune in to the physical body. Tune out the mind. You don't need to really think about anything right now. Just feel. Maybe taking a little twist. Coming back through center. Ooh, I cracked. Taking that left leg, foot into the hips, crossing the right over. We're trying to stack knees here. So as close as we can get to stacking the knees on top of each other, we're gonna feel a deeper stretch. But we want to make sure that both sit bones are on the mat and we're rooted. So for here, this is the same stretch. We can totally feel this in the glutes. We can still place our shin in front of the other, if that's where we feel it. Playing around. Sitting up nice and tall. We're here for a few breaths. Rooting the sit bones down, thinking of sending the crown of the head up. Nice long spine. We have some tight muscles under here. It's all connected. We can all pull on the lower back, the spine. Sometimes we think we have like a lower back pain or a problem in our lower back, but it's actually a root cause of something else pulling on it. So maybe your sciatic nerve, your piriformis goes through the butt, pulls all the way up on everything. This is why we take care of ourselves, and I am so glad you're here today. So if this feels okay, if this is accessible to you, we bring the fingertips a little bit forward and then walk them to the right side. So maybe our left hand comes to the knee. Wherever feels good. Maybe our elbow gently pushes on the knee, so we're pressing into the mat even more. Lifting up. Whew, I can feel this in the glutes. They're gonna love you after this one. Big, deep breaths. And gently release. We're gonna switch sides, so moving with care, however we want to get there. Unraveling, raveling back. So now my left leg is on top, whichever was not on top for you. Finding our position first. This side may feel totally different, and that's okay. Just because we're in one place on one side does not mean we need to push the other side. Taking a few breaths just in this place here. Noticing the sensations. Breathing nice and deep through the nose. Maybe smiling a little bit, feeling a lot of release. And then we can gently walk the fingertips forward whenever we're ready. And over to the left side. Maybe taking a few little pulses here. Coming over to the left. Evening out. Sending oxygen to the brain, to those muscles. Circulating the blood, getting everything moving. Good, and exhale, come to center. We can take that left leg out and slowly make our way into tabletop. Spreading through the fingers, finding our position here, grounding through the left top of the foot, all 10 fingers, raising that right leg behind, flexing the foot. We're gonna just do a few little pulses, so it's like you're kicking the ceiling. Squeezing the glutes. We go 15, 15. Tiny pulses, 14, 13. Squeezing everything together. The core is active. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Send it up from the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that knee in through the chest, and then bring it into half pigeon pose. This is where we can use a block. If we would like to elevate the hips, we can sit on a block here, if that feels good. Steepling the fingers, lifting the chest nice and high. Our legs are active. We're squeezing through the glutes, the quads. Maybe we tuck the back toes and lift that leg up if that feels good. Playing around here. Playing around. Pigeon, half pigeon pose stretches the psoas, the front of the hip flexor a lot. But we do feel it a little bit in the outer glutes. Maybe we find our sleeping pigeon. We rock a little bit. And if this is accessible to you, I like to find my right arm to take me behind and take a little revolve. So pressing into that left fingertips helps me sit up, and I feel it more in my outer butt. Taking whatever works for you. Here for one more breath. And then we gently come out, coming back into our tabletop pose. And sending our left leg up to the sky, foot flexed. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. You got this. We're almost done. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze the glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And pigeon pose. Again, finding whatever variation works for you. Taking a moment here to find some silence, some stillness. Maybe taking our revolve, taking the left arm behind. We're nice and active. Even if we're in sleeping pigeon, we're not sleeping. And coming back gently through center. We're gonna bring these soles of the feet together, face the front. Coming into almost down angle pose, but sending the feet up, pushing them up far. So I think this is a collar's pose. Very wide here, like a diamond shape. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe butterflying the legs a little bit. That feels nice. That's what my body called for. Taking a nice deep breath. Finding stillness. And walking the fingertips forward, keeping a nice flat back. Maybe we find the feet able to pull ourselves a little bit forward, kind of just stretching out the glutes a little bit here. Giving them a little cool down to end our practice. If we'd like a little bit more of a glute stretch, I can link some videos down below for you. Gently raising the chest back up, crossing the feet at the ankles, coming into easy seat. We'll take one last big breath together. Inhale the arms above the head. Exhale, let them come to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. I hope we were able to make you feel a little bit better. If you're having pain and that's why you're here, I would love to know how this experience was for you. If I was able to help, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already. It's an honor to practice with you, and thank you for joining me on the mat today. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.